Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 2749G. This is a piece of saddle type threshold, and before we go any further, this is just a 6-inch sample piece for purposes of this video. Okay. The 2749, all of that conspires to mean that this is a 9-inch wide threshold, 1/4-inch rise. Okay. The G stands for gold anodized aluminum. That's pretty obvious. This is going to be available in the A finish, which is really no finish, that's just mill. It's also available in the D finish, which is dark bronze anodized, and then of course the G finish for gold. Where you're going to use a saddle type threshold like this, a variety of applications. You can have a retail store in a shopping mall, where you have, it's the type of shopping mall that's exterior, it's not an enclosed mall. You will have a pair of wood doors with glass. You'll have a deep wood frame in the wall construction, and all the hardware is brass. Well, you're going to want the threshold to match the finish, number one. Number two, you want it to be handicap compliant. Number three, you've got a deep wall. You know, you might have an 8-inch or deeper wood frame, and you're going to want something to be very complementary to the depth of the frame as well. Or you might have a standard frame, and some people, what they want to do is cope the threshold around the base of the frame so that this can actually run long against the face of the jamb all the way up to the parallel wall that there might be there. Whatever the case might be. You might be just simply transitioning between two between two uneven floor spaces where you've got an exterior sill and something happening on the inside, and 9-inch suits the condition exactly. Another reason where people will use a wider saddle type threshold like this, because they want to create a custom offset threshold that's handicap compliant. If you're transitioning from an exterior sill condition to 1/4-inch tile or some sort of flooring condition that's on the inside, and you need it to be 7 5/8. Okay, get the 9-inch and run that down a table saw and rip that down to be the exact size that you need. Okay, that's another reason people might use that. Available on the site in all the common lengths. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. Now the reasoning is this: if this was a 3-foot piece, or let's say a 4-foot piece, and you're going to cut it down to say 42-inch, that first countersink, and there's probably going to be 2 in such a wide threshold, is going to be about 4 or 5 inches from the end, maybe 5 or 6. Well, if you're going to cut it down 8-inch, you're going to eliminate those countersinks that are there, those dimples, causing you to have to re-drill, and more importantly, sometimes more challengingly, is to countersink them again. Okay, you're going to want proper, not only holes in your threshold, but countersinks. You want the flathead screw, which would be included with this in a complementary finish. It would be about a number 10 by 1.5 inch flathead wood screw in a gold colored head. You're going to want those flatheads to sit in those dimples or countersinks, because all of the lateral pressure on a threshold, if that flathead underside of the screw is not seated into a dimple or a countersink, there's more instances of a threshold that has kind of worked its way loose a little bit. I've seen it all the time. And plus you've got an ugly bolt or screw sticking above your threshold, which will eventually work its way loose. This threshold somewhat combats that lateral pressure with these serrations that you see here, and it's actually on both sides. Helps keep it in place. Okay. Now, anyway, if you needed and wanted to order a custom length, simply order the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field what length you want us to cut the material back to. We'll not only cut it, okay, but we will locate those countersinks at the proper distance from the edge and the proper center to center as well. The name Pemko is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, and they have the most broadest of spectrum. They have the broadest of spectrum items when it comes to the weather stripping category. Not only thresholds like this, but perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, material made of aluminum like this, and stainless steel and architectural bronze as well. There's a link below this video to a document called, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full line Pemko weather stripping catalog and review all things commercial weather stripping related, which is typically what this is used for, but residential as well. If you have any questions on the Pemko 2749G, gold anodized aluminum saddle type threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.